Kafka's story, The Metamorphosis, is probably one of the most read short stories in all of world literature. It was written in 1912. Kafka called it his little story, and he actually was not very happy with it, especially not the ending. But it was eventually published in 1915, not too much initial acclaim. Later on, of course, it became, like so many other of Kafka's works, a very important part of 20th century world literature. One of the reasons why, maybe with Franz Kafka's works more than with many other great texts of world literature, annotations and annotated editions of the work are helpful to the reader, is that Kafka's texts have a very peculiar quality. He manages to capture his readers, to captivate them practically right away with, for instance, a story opening like, roughly paraphrased, one morning Gregor Samsa woke in his bed from unsettling dreams and found himself turned into a horrible vermin. That sentence is shocking and captivating to the reader, so that the reader right away wants to say to himself, what? I don't understand this. I understand the sentence perfectly well. It's a very clearly written sentence, but I don't know what's going on here. This cannot be true, right? So the reader in Kafka stories very often is faced with the absolute demand of the text to be understood, and yet the text makes such understanding impossible. And it is that paradox, that dilemma, that has faced readers of Kafka ever since his texts were first published, and that readers of Kafka still struggle with today. And one of the goals of my eNotated edition is to help readers with that struggle without solving it necessarily, solving that paradox for them.